Hi guys, it's Joe Tommaso from the 15 Minutes With podcast. Our show is geared toward helping to keep not only teens but people in general out of our jails and prisons. Our show is unique in the fact that we use real inmates throughout the country and they explain not only about the cases that caused their incarceration, but why it's so important for people to stay out of prison and remain free. Speaking of free, have you heard about the newest and best way to put your podcast out there for the world to hear? Let me tell you about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to produce and distribute your ideas, your podcast, and the best part, it's free. There's even a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will even distribute your podcast for you so people can hear it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other listening platforms. You can even make money from your podcast, and there are no minimal amount of listeners required. Anchor is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So what are you waiting for? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get started. Hey everyone, and thanks for listening to the 15 Minutes with True Crime podcast. Thanks for joining me. I have been contacted by multiple listeners asking what caused some of those that we interviewed to commit their crimes and what actually happened during the commission of those crimes. In these episodes, I speak with Stephen Hayes and he goes over things with me as to what happened to cause the Cheshire home invasion case and what happened during the actual crime. He explained how Josh Komarzarjevsky and he came up with the idea of doing the home invasion while they were roommates in a halfway house in Hartford, Connecticut. He also gave me details that have not previously been released about the planning and the commission of this crime. This is the third part of a 4-part series which goes into the planning and the commission of the crime. Some of the details are disturbing and may not be suitable for some individuals, so please use caution when reviewing them. Discretion is advised. If you like this show and would like to see it keep going and would like to see it get better, please donate to paypal.me/Joe Tommaso. Again, that is paypal.me/JoeTomaso. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, or if there's someone that you might want me to try and interview, please email me at insidetherazorwire@gmail.com. Again, that is insidetherazorwire@gmail.com. Or you can snail mail us at P.O. Box 162, West Haven, Connecticut 06516. This information is being told to me by Stephen Hayes, who was one of the participants. Joshua Komarzarjevsky was contacted but refused to participate as he's currently appealing his sentence. This is the third episode.
All right, this is Stephen Hayes from SCI Green in Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm on the phone with Joseph Tommaso. Today we were talking about what had led up to the events that led me here. And before I get into that, I just want to make two declarations so people understand two different things. One is when this all went down, Josh had given a 17-page statement saying that I did everything. I didn't give a statement whatsoever. So immediately they assumed, because of the media pressure, that I was the ringleader.
Okay.
That's what the DA said, because in their eyes, I had a lengthy criminal record. I was an experienced criminal. Josh was young with only one prior conviction. And the fact that he gave a statement I didn't, they automatically assumed that I was the ringleader. Once they got into it, they realized that he was the one.
Right.
He had said that, he never went into Walmart, but he's on video in the store with me, giving me money, paying for stuff. And he lied on everything in his statement. But by that point, the bell had been rung. So, the day before, the way we had done the houses was we canvassed the house, walked around it, looked for an entrance to get in, and I pulled him out of two. And the third one, we never ended go in, and he gave me $20. My truck was on E. I didn't think he had taken anything. Apparently, he had taken a couple $100, so he wasn't even giving me my cut. So the next day, I had $10 because I ended up putting 10 in the tank, and I was to be kicked out of my house. And this was on Sunday. When I called him in the afternoon and told him, look, I have to do this. I don't have any choice. This time we have to go through with it, because it was me that got cold feet.
Right.
He was sitting in the Stop and Shop parking lot, and he said, I already know the house. I know the mother, the father, it's 2 kids, both girls, teenage. Yet when you read his statement, he says he followed her home. Oh, what a nice car. Oh, what a nice house, which doesn't jive with what is in reality. Plus, this house was only 1,000 feet away from his.
That's what I was going to bring up, too. I actually did look, and Josh was living on North Brookvale Road at that time.
Literally, and when you look at his first trial, he was known as a pedophile.
This is a call from Pennsylvania State Correctional Institution, Green. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
Looking into, the houses and stalking the girls, so he would have been stalking Haley.
Right.
At that point, she was right in his neighborhood. But when we got to this house, I left my mom's. I spent $8 at a bar, got 2 drinks. Then I drove to Cheshire, parked in the parking lot, and that's where I met him. I had text, the horses, want to get out of the barn or something like that, but it was in reference to drinking.
Right.
Because I didn't know what to do at that point. The next morning, I was homeless. So he picked me up. We went to a bar. We had a few drinks. We ended up going to this neighborhood. He drove through. He parked. He ran in. Came right back. He said, "Yeah, everything's good." And then we went and had some drinks. We came back about 2 o'clock later. I guess we came in the back way because, like I said, I didn't know where we were at this point. I don't know anything about Cheshire.
Right.
We parked, and we went to the house. And he immediately went to the Bilko doors in the back and went downstairs. Didn't walk around looking for a way to get in, which was not like he did the other night. Like I said, it was like he went right there, and then he never came go. The times that he did go in the house the night before, he took the plastic gun with him.
Mm-hmm.
This time he didn't. And I'm waiting for him to come back up, and then I see a cat run into the sunroom and jump on Dr. Pettit. And that's when I seen Josh coming in. He has a baseball bat held over his head. So I start waving to him like, come on out, like, what are you doing? This, I don't understand, because I said, he didn't let me know what the plan was going in. And
right.
We had a plan. But, he was breaking it. And I thought he was just going to open the door, and then he swung 5 times on Dr. Pettit. And then,
This is a call from Pennsylvania State Correctional Institution, Green. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
I thought we were going to come into a dead body, but Mr. Pettit was on the floor. He was bleeding, and he was conscious. I couldn't tie him up because, I was like, I was screwed up because this was not supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I've seen, he could have just opened the door and he could have just let me in.
Right, because your intentions, I remember you telling me prior, your intentions were just to tie the family up and, let them go in the morning.
Right, keep everybody on the couch, let everybody know that, okay, we just want money, that type of thing. But once he hit Dr. Pettit, everybody had to be separated.
Mm.
So, how much time we have?
Right now, about 10 minutes.
Okay, so at that point, we were like, okay, he had tied up Mr. Pettit, and I was shocked that nobody was, up screaming. So we went upstairs, and the first room was Haley. And then we walked down the hall, and in the master bedroom was Michaela and Miss Pettit. And the light was on, the TV was on, and they were asleep. So we went back, we woke up Haley, tied her up, and I told her, look, we're just here for money, nobody's getting hurt. And then we went into the master bedroom, and he went on Michaela's side, I went on Miss Pettit's side. Woke them both up at the same time and said the same thing. He took Michaela out of the room, and I secured Miss Pettit. I assured her, like, look, we're just here for money. We're not here to hurt anybody. And she was very calm. After everybody was tied up, we met up, and he was like, something like, Dr. Pettit moved or something. That's why he hit him. So we ended up going back downstairs, and we ended up bringing him down to the basement and tying Dr. Pettit up, and I thought he was going to die. Josh was spending a lot of time in Michaela's room, saying he was keeping her calm, and so he was in charge of Michaela and Dr. Pettit, and I was in charge of Haley and Mrs. Pettit. So I had let him go to the bathroom a couple times. Like I said, I definitely wasn't following, I guess, what you call, criminal protocol, because I didn't check the bathroom. There could have been phones or knives or guns or panic buttons. But like I said, I don't know what I was doing, but I let Haley go to the bathroom twice, gave her water, let Mrs. Pettit go to the bathroom once, and like I said, I tried to treat him with all the dignity and respect I could. I really wasn't comfortable doing what I was doing. Josh spent all his time in with Michaela. He said keep her calm, which was fine with me. And so I would, travel throughout the house looking for stuff. I went downstairs quite a few times, grabbed some beers from the basement, and at some point realized that my glove had broken open. And me and Josh started discussing that, and I started worried about fingerprints. And then I brought up the fact of forensic DNA, and that's when he said fire destroys everything. So I wasn't on board with that at first, but I couldn't remember everything I touched, and I started thinking of transfer DNA, just dropping. So we agreed to go to the bank. I would go get gas. In the morning, I would take Mrs. Pettit to the bank. He would put Mr. Pettit, Michaela, and Haley in a car and drive off, and the house would be burnt once we were leaving. But as I was driving, I decided I can't do this. I had taken the change with me, and I was ready to leave. I had called Josh from the truck. I said, look, I can't do this. I didn't sign on for none of this. I'm leaving. Just go get in your car and leave. I'm going. And that's when he said, look, Dr. Pettit's going to live. I checked him. I'm an EMT. Everything's fine. Plus, you're already in it. Your stuff is here. Like I said, if there's DNA and fingerprints, you can't leave that behind. You can't leave. And like I said, it just made sense. So I took as long as I could getting back because I had to think about it. But I ended up going back, and I had a new plan. It's like, look, we don't even have to burn the house. So all we got to do is pour gas on the floor, and the hazmat team is going to spray stuff and kill all the evidence. So that was going to be the plan. So in the morning, when I left to go to the bank, I took Mrs. Pettit. He was supposed to leave with Dr. Pettit and the kids and stay on the phone with me. He didn't do that. He kept hanging up the phone, and I kept calling. So instead of going to the bank I was supposed to in Waterbury, I changed and went to the bank in Cheshire because I really didn't feel comfortable about any of this. And that's where things went sideways coming back because, Miss Pettit did everything she could to get the money.
Right.
Because I didn't look at any of the statements, I didn't know that she didn't have enough money in her account. All I gave her was her checkbook and her license because that's all you need to take money out of your account.
Right. Well, what I wanted to ask you, too, is who found the bank book? I know somebody found a bank book, and that's how you guys determined that there was a lot of money in there.
Josh did.
Okay.
So he's the one that's why I only grabbed what I grabbed. If I had known she only had $11,000 in her account, I wouldn't have asked for that. But we asked for it because you can't get it. I didn't know that they were going through a divorce until on the way back. She had told me about that. But the bank, because she didn't have the material like the bank cards or the credit cards or any of that, there was something hinky because they did know about the divorce.
Right.
So they finally gave her the money, and because she had to tell them that, look, people are holding my family hostage, but the bank didn't really believe it. So when they called the police, and the police watched us show up, because I took my time getting back, they actually watched her get out of the vehicle first and go to the door, and I was back like a couple minutes. Not a couple, a considerable time.
Right.
Cops saw me show up. They didn't see me with a gun out and my hand on her.
Right.
Saw her get out of the car and walk like we knew each other. And then we stood outside because I didn't know I couldn't get in because the door was locked, and it shouldn't have been locked. And I didn't realize I had the key because it was in my house, even though I had the keys in my hand. So I ended up calling Josh after we were knocking, and Josh finally came down and let us in. And that's when we secured Mrs. Pettit. And he went to the living room, and that's when he told me we got a problem. He said, Dr. Pettit died. The kids are dead. I had to kill the kids. I left my DNA. Now you have to kill Mrs. Pettit. And he's sitting there with a box cutter in his hand, and he's sitting there with a bat. And I'm like, I got a plastic gun, and I don't know what to do. I'm pacing back and forth, trying to figure out what to do. And at some point, I seen the police, or what I thought was a cop car, and I just lost it at that point because I was trying to find a way not to hurt her.
Right.
And when I saw that, I strangled her, and there was sex, but it wasn't like pleasurable. It was more like rage, because that's when I realized that she had said something.
Mm-hmm.
But then I stopped, and she was still alive. I had manually strangled her. When I went out to the garage to look for the cop car, I came back in down the floor with a ligature around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Josh, finished the task. But then when I
So you're saying that you started, but Josh actually
You have 1 minute left.
yeah, and see, this is why I didn't want to do it in 15 minutes, because
Right.
now. But I can call you later tonight.
Okay.
We come out tonight at 16:55.
Okay. So 4:55.
Time after that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, take care.